Do you like math?
Not sure, because I sometimes really enjoy it. I went to a school that was really focused on maths. It was a school for mechanical engineering, so I had to like it. But in sometimes I really dislike it because it's maybe too boring or too complex.
And what is the importance of learning mathematics?
It develops, especially, it's really important if you want to do any natural sciences because it develops a habit of thinking of things logically or like trying to explain things as a formula. This is really important if you're a programmer because that's the line of thinking you want to use.
Okay. And when did you start learning math?
I guess when I was a kid, when I was really, really young, like maybe a child, 4 years old, I started like collecting blocks and building stuff. So I would count how many blocks I needed for something. That's like very basic math. 1 plus 1 is 3, stuff like that. So later on, I found out it's 2. But for now, I began when I was 4 years old.
Is it your favorite subject?
Oof. No, actually, my favorite subject would be physical education, and maybe a second would be maths. I really enjoyed mechanics, but I'll put it in the same basket as maths because it's somehow linked.
And which number do you think is the most important one?
Mm, I'd say 0 because well, it's not a common answer. No one says 0, and I think it can get confusing at sometimes.
Do you use a calculator for math?
Very rarely because in my school they were banned basically. We couldn't use it for anything. We had to like write everything down on paper. But maybe if I'm doing something that's overly complex and would be just wasting time to disassemble it, I would use a calculator. Most of the time, no.
How do
Yeah.
math skills help us in daily life?
I suppose that we always encounter something that requires the use of math. For example, maybe we're gonna go buy a drink and we need to calculate like how much money we have and deduct the price from that. So it helps us, maybe do things quicker, more efficient, and maybe improves our logical thinking.
Okay. In your opinion, is it necessary for people nowadays to be good at mathematics?
I don't think it's necessary to be good at them. However, I do believe that one should be taught at least the basics of mathematics. After that, it's their choice. I don't think that someone who's an artist should need to know logarithms or something like that. So it's important to be okay at them, knowing the basics, but the more advanced stuff is up to you.
Cool. That was perfect.